Hi everyone. As I promised, our videos will be ongoing daily, every day to update you with as much information as possible to keep you informed on what's going on through your Metis government and what we're doing to combat COVID-19 and make sure that we do everything in our powers to make sure we serve you and protect you and give you as much services that we possibly can. So yesterday, I spoke on the employees and employers, what services are going their way right now, and I'm very, very proud to say it's working very well. We got several hundred employers right now in discussions with our department, and we're working on solving that issue and helping their situation as best we can. The employees, we have several hundred of them already. There's checks already going out and being issued to these employees. And also LRCC, as they're making it very clear to all 160-something loans that they have out there, which many of those particular companies are so proud of the Metis government for putting away the ability for them to pay their mortgage, their costs, their bills, and their debt owing to LRCC for the next 6 months. And the amount of respect that we're being received from these employers, I want to thank you, each and every one of you, and again, tell you all we're trying to do in our government is make your life easier. Today I'm going to talk about something that we started initially right off the start. In fact, before Canada even embarked upon action plans for definitely the Métis Nation, where we were not included off the start, but before anything was even moved on, because the Métis government was already on this file. As soon as we heard about it in China, we knew right away that this thing was going to somehow grab some legs and move, because China has such a big population. And we were right. We saw it starting to stem its way. And in January, it came into Canada. But before then already, we were already talking about it in our cabinet, and we were starting to organize. In fact, we were the first in the homeland to announce $1 million to be committed immediately for action plan for the Métis government. And the first objective, we said, is that given the fact it was actually attacking our elders and seniors first and taking many lives and around the world. So we knew it was really going to hit us hard and hit us where it hurts the most, because we cherish our elders and our seniors. Everyone in our culture knows that's the #1 priority. And we saw that the virus was attacking them first. So we started our AMPER program immediately. We started developing it, organizing ourselves, talking to the stores, working in how can we get this in the system in play. Because remember, what's important to recognize, the Métis government has the entire province to think about. I don't have just one little tiny spot in the map. We have to have a province-wide strategy, a province-wide plan. So I commend our team, of course our cabinet and staff and all those that are helping, but we started that action plan immediately, and it's proven to be very fruitful. We have over 500 hampers already right now delivered to our seniors and our families out there. And every day, 50 to 100 of them are going out, and we're very proud of that. We want to see more. But let me tell you how it's going out and how it's working. Not only are we doing AMPERs, we're actually now providing support services to for example, homelessness. We met with them, and they have one of their biggest challenges they face. How do you feed those people that are in the streets? How do you feed them when you have no shelter, they have no place to go? And where do we get the food from or the money from, now that we're being swamped? So our Métis government is taking action on that right away. We're working with them, especially those that have food banks, and we're making sure that we can see what type of financial support or product support that we can give them. To give you examples of how that's working, for example, we are giving out 500 sandwiches a day. 500 sandwiches a day the MMF is making through the Al's Kitchen downstairs, and we're distributing them to 5 different homeless institutions like Bear Clan, Mamba Bear Clan, St. Charles Street, so North Thames Women's Center. There's 500 sandwiches every day going out from the MMF office to these institutions who are doing such great work, and I applaud them on the work they do. I applaud all those people that are working out there to do their part to try to help out. So imagine that, 500 sandwiches are being plugged out of here every day and growing. There's more coming. So we saw that need was essential. So we reacted very quickly on that. The next part we saw was another example of where we saw that government is definitely trying to support. The Prime Minister actually made an announcement today that they are going to support homelessness. They're putting $100 million aside for foods and so forth. But that's, again, across Canada, Northwest Territories, and of course Nunavut. So we don't know exactly how it'll pan itself out. But the Métis government's not waiting for that. We know the government's coming in. We applaud the Prime Minister on that. But clearly we can't wait for that to kick in our province, in our cities, in our towns, because that may take 2 weeks, 3 weeks to find its way through the bureaucracy of red tape and out the door into the programs and organizations that are trying to make a difference. So we met with all the friendship centers in Manitoba. There's 11 of them. And I'm proud to say our government and our Minister of Finance, Anita and Francis Chart, our Minister of Health, are leading, of course, the charge. And we had several meetings now with the friendship centers. We're going to have weekly meetings with them. We're actually going to be distributing up to $50,000 a friendship center. And the response I'm getting from my Minister of Finance in discussions with those executive directors that were struggling and panicking, the boards that have worked for so hard, diligently to help out in their communities, they were scared. They were wondering, what do we do? We have to shut our food banks. We don't have more food. We don't have enough money. We don't even have enough people to help us during this time of COVID and crisis that's in place, because people are sick, people are in isolation, so they don't have enough staff. So they've been asking us now to fund some staff, in which we are going to fund staff for some of the friendship centers, but we're also going to assure them that they have money now to go to get the food banks. And let me tell you, literally some of them are basically nearly in tears because it means so much to them to see how they can help their own people in the communities. And some of them will be Metis, some of them won't be Metis. But at the end of the day, COVID is attacking everybody. It's not just by race, it's actually just attacking anybody. And if somebody doesn't protect themselves, doesn't isolate themselves, if that family doesn't, you could be the next. So friendship centers, I want to commend you for what you're doing. I want to again commend my team. And as I said, that could cost us about $550,000 to the Federation, but it's worth every penny. So we're doing our part as a Métis government to share the opportunities and make a difference. So we're looking at how we move that information forward. But some of the things that I want you to be careful of too, there are still scammers out there. And so, and people are phoning you saying, we got an hamper for you. People are catching on what we're doing. And I'm talking about scammers, thieves and crooks. They're using the system and they know how to use that system. So if somebody's calling you and say, I have a hamper for you, verify it's the MMF. Verify it's the Friendship Center that's delivering something to you. Don't just say yes and give out private information. There are scammers out there. Do not give your visa. There's not a penny being charged to anybody out there. Not 1 cent. You don't have a visa. You don't need no visa. You need no money. That's not what we're doing. Everything is done by us. We're paying for it. So don't let those scammers come into your community, especially prey on our elders. So make sure our young grandsons and granddaughters out there, children, tell your parents, do not give any information over the phone to anybody pertaining to your visa or private information or banking information. Because if they have their way, they will scam you during this crisis and take every penny you have. But what I want to also share with you is that, as I said, this map is going to be pivotal as we move forward. And this map here you see beside me, we're going to try to give you updates on a regular basis what's going on. If you look here, we know now. Yesterday was 167. We know now it's 182 as we speak right now. So this thing is growing rapidly and faster. By the time you get this information, it'll be even higher. We know it's 182 in Manitoba. Just remember, a month ago was what, 2, 4, 6? Now look, we're 182 and growing. We know the peak is coming, as I said to you in an earlier show, that it's coming and people are panicking when it's going to hit. So we need to be prepared, so isolation is going to be vital. But let's look at our map for a second here. You can see that there's 2 in the north that are confirmed for sure coronavirus. And you look down, you start coming down from the north. The north, of course, covers quite a large region. The Paw is over here. This is the Thompson region on this side. And we have nothing so far that we know of. And that's not Métis. I'm talking 2 citizens that are living in the north that have been diagnosed with corona. Now you go down to the green section, which is the southeast and Interlake. We know there's 9 in this particular area that's been